Hello, it's been a while. I've been kind of hibernating, but I'm back out of hibernation because I have this really cool tip that I want to share with you. It's been making my games a lot more fun for literally almost no effort whatsoever. So, as you know, I play D&D a lot. I still have been, and even though I've not been making videos, I play a one-shot pretty much once a week with my home crew. So I'm making up new one-shots every week. And of course, the secret I've found to be able to do this without any stress is to use what I call the noun-based preparation model. It's detailed in the one-shot toolkit, and there's tons of videos as well for free here that you can check out about that. The basic premise is you can start with a kernel, a noun, a thing that exists in your world, a mysterious artifact or a dangerous plot. And using the rest of the toolkit, you can flesh out a fully fledged adventure in like 20 or 30 minutes. It works consistently for me. I love doing it. I love making custom adventures each week. But even more fun than making custom adventures each week is making adventures in collaboration with my players. When fellow adults ask me in my fellow adult world, what's it like being a dungeon master? I tell them it's a lot like preparing a dinner party. I'm choosing the ingredients, I'm preparing a meal that I think people are going to enjoy. And then the real fun, the real pleasure happens at the table with the conversation and the people and the clinking of glasses and all that great kind of stuff. So it's fun to prepare a dinner party meal as well, but it's even more fun sometimes to be able to prepare someone's favorite dish, to ask them, what do you like? But just saying, what should I cook, of course, is way too open-ended a question, just like saying, what do you guys want the adventure to be about, right? No one's going to really respond to that. You're asking them to kind of do the DM's job for you. However, the model or the precedent I've found that works incredibly well for doing this is something that goes way, way, way back. In fact, it probably even predates role-playing pretty much at all. It's a series of books called Choose Your Own Adventure that I loved as a kid because rather than reading a book cover to cover in a linear fashion, you'd read a few pages and then it would say, it's all in second person, it would say, you now have a choice. Do you want to go and fight the dragon? Turn to page 22. Do you want to run away? Turn to page 47. Do you want to try and hide and steal some of his treasure? Turn to page 81. And so it would branch, and you would be able to, at different key points, have input into the story without having to roll dice or anything like that. Way, way before solo role-playing, way before computers allowed you to do this on a command line and later with graphics. You could flip through pages and make this happen. But the key was, if you want this, go here. If you want this, go here. If you want that, go there. In the 21st century, we keep in touch through digital means. So in my group, we use a WhatsApp group. I know a lot of people will use Discord or any other kind of sort of group messaging platforms. We post memes and we tell inside jokes and we kind of get excited for the coming session throughout the week. So for nearly all of these, there are ways to easily and quickly make polls. You Google, WhatsApp poll generator or Discord, there's tons of bots and all kinds of options there too. But by creating a poll and giving players just 3 or 4 options, it allows them to participate and also lets them know that you are indeed making a custom adventure based on what they voted on, what they said they want, their favorite food. So the simplest way to do this using the noun-based model is to just pick some nouns, right? To say, do you want this to be about a mysterious location or a meaningful artifact or, an ancient plot? What do you want this to be about? And have them vote. And then that's your seed, that's your spark, and off you go. I've been getting more creative with this over time. I've been asking, for example, what location, right? Do you want it to be in a city or in the wilderness or whatever? If they're kind of at a free place where it could happen anywhere in terms of the setting. And most recently, I've been getting really creative, asking things like, during the coming adventure, at some point, a character will say, 1, who knew mushrooms could do that? 2, congratulations, you're a parent. 3, the end of the world is actually pretty fun. Or 4, maybe that's just too much magic. So Players are going to vote on that. I'm going to see, I'm going to use that as the kernel for an entire adventure. And at some point, that's going to come up and it's going to definitely get a laugh, at least a bunch of smiles. And we don't know who's going to say it. Is it an NPC or a player or who knows? But it gets people excited about the adventure. It gets things going. And the reason this adds so much juice, it comes from, it's the same kind of reason that foreshadowing, for example, works in literature or in improvisational comedy or drama. When you give someone a prompt and you know that they're working toward that particular prompt or set of parameters, it adds this whole meta level that kind of hovers over what's happening in the scene, makes it much more interesting, much more enjoyable to know that this is a spontaneous thing happening based on us just randomly kind of plucking something out of the air that we said we wanted. And to me, that's so much of the fun of D&D. That's so much of the fun of rolling a die and not knowing whether you're going to succeed or fail and letting the adventure unfold and take its course. So for me, this has taken things to kind of a whole another level in between sessions. It's actually made it easier for me to prep. So rather than starting with nothing or a random die roll, I'm starting with something my players said they wanted. They show up and know that indeed I've prepared a meal just for them to enjoy. And it just so far has worked really, really well. I'd love to hear from you if you try this, if you like it, if your players like it, or if you run into thorns or obstacles, or if you want to even put some of your own favorite polls or prompts into the comments. I always love hearing from people that are watching these videos. Be sure to like or subscribe if you want to see more of these. That also really encourages me. Maybe I won't leave it for years and years before the next video. And yes, another volume 3 of the one-page one-shots is coming out fairly soon. So look out for that as well. Meanwhile, go give it a shot. Go let players choose their own adventure in between adventures. And I'll look forward to hearing how it goes. See you soon.